event tonight, which I'm really looking forward to. Actually, this is going to be absolutely amazing. If you like carnage, it is totally going to be carnage. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal. If you like your fast and furious action, unfortunately we don't have Vin Diesel here tonight, but we do have the class of the IRC Super League drivers, and we have a very stacked grid for you tonight, don't we? So this is going to be phenomenal, really is. As I just quickly skip the YouTube premium and whatever. So this is the IRC Super Cup, this is, and we have got 8 races. 7 races have been raced already in the IRC Super League season, and there is going to be a final race where it's all going to be where it's going to finish off in France. Let's just take a quick look at the rules and regulations, shall we, for the Super Cup. Well, the Super Cup there's going to be 5 lap races. There is no qualifying. It is all random grids. So you have to. It's not just about on the speed. It's also about on the skill to get through fields and things like that. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what all these drivers can do. Let's just take a look at the class, shall we? At the moment, then we've got Matt, we've got Asdol, we've got Jonathan Cox. Not that bad. Double also in here tonight as well. We have got Timmy, Physico, Snap, Are You Racing, Dave, Roscoe, Steve, Energy Dan, and Claude as well. So we've got some very big names in there as well, and it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Taking a look at the tracks out here at the moment. And of course, the first round is Australia in Melbourne. So 16 turns at 3.2 miles long. Australia is. There would not be any use for the mediums in hard compounds, I don't think, unless someone's really confident on their strategy, which I highly doubt we'll see the harder compounds. Then we go to Bahrain then for the second round. 15 turns on Bahrain, 3.3 miles long. And we always have great races around there. Then we go into Shanghai in China for round 3. Again, 3.3 miles long with 16 turns around there. It's a very difficult track to get right. Talking of very difficult, then we go to probably arguably one of the most difficult tracks on the calendar, bar one. And this is Azerbaijan, the second longest track on the circuit. Look at that, 6 kilometers long, or 3.7 miles, depending on how you like your units. So Azerbaijan is going to be great. I'm looking forward to that one. That one's going to be a personal favourite of mine, I reckon, or one of the most personal favourites anyway. Then we go to the first European race. Was definitely my first European race, even though Azerbaijan arguably is in Europe. But yeah, not for me. So Spain then is next, and of course 16 turns for Spain, and it's 2.8 miles long, and we had a cracker of a race, didn't we, a few weeks ago. And then we go to the Jewel of the Crown of Formula 1, Monaco. Azerbaijan and Monaco are going to be 2 absolutely amazing races to watch. It, of course, 2.0 miles. Monaco is the shortest track of the Super Cup tonight, but it's certainly not going to be for the faint-hearted. Then we go to Montreal, Canada, 14 turns, 2.7 miles, before we end up in the Paul Ricard circuit for 15 turns with 3.6 miles long then. And I did speed up there because I was waffling on, and I had a countdown in my ear that we was about to get going. So this is going to be fantastic stuff. And of course, I'm not expecting many comments, to be honest, in the comments tonight, because, as I said, basically it is going to be like Fast and Furious, isn't it? We have Vin Diesel, Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, or whatever his name is, and yeah, anyone else who's in that film franchise. They're going to eat their hearts out, because yeah, I think these guys are going to take centre stage tonight, aren't they? Indeed. As you can see, we're just waiting for the drivers then. There's not going to be much strategy involved here. This is just about going quick. This is about fastest. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of hard luck. There's going to be a lot of hard luck stories in this event tonight. I'm just having a quick read through the comments, because yeah, I was yeah, I completely forgot about the time earlier on, so yeah, I was running a bit late. I've had my eggs and chips though, so I am ready to go. And unfortunately, formation laps off, but which is unfortunate for me, because I am going to be speaking gibberish, which I normally do. But look at that, cracking! And here we go then. We got 5 sets of lights on. When they go out, we'll be racing in Australia, and we've already got a bit of a twitchy car. Look at those beautiful cars. Physico's on pole, and we are go! And they're just taking a quick look then, as you can see, Physico leads. Energy down is second of all, with Snap is in first position. We've got a couple of position changes already, and just taking a look. Claude is on the grid. Claude has been left. We've got damage at the back. Double. Are You Racing? I don't know. That's Are You Racing. It's gone around. A lovely pink car for it, by the way. Fantastic. Physico is leading. Energy down is second at the moment, and disqualified disqualified from the session, and that is Claude. We've got a couple of battles that Stio is up into 8th position, double 9th position. Jonathan Cox has gone wide already, and Claude is been disqualified from the session. Roscoe back up in the 10th position. Are you racing Jonathan 11th? Are you racing 12th? Timmy is out qualifying, unfortunately. Qualifying out of the race so far. As you can see, then we've got Dave who's dropping down. Remember the Monaco winner Dave wasn't he? And I must admit, I love these cars. This is fantastic. Now look who's up behind this. Stio, and not that bad, not that bad, the championship leader in the Super League, but this is the Cup. So yeah, we're not expecting this is all about sprinting. Who is coming the quickest? See, I'm gonna look there. Fizzy's out of the race. And Steve's almost gone inside. Jonathan Cox is out of the race. Steve's gone. Oh no, Fizzico's gone off, and he is off into the wall in turn 12 at the moment. Then as you can see, and now not the bad is all over the back. Oh no, Steve's on, brilliant. Oh my gosh, and he's almost went to the back there of Dave, and this is cracking racing already. Guys, we've got yellow flag in 2-3. Ignoring yellow flags, then Asdog Scott, and he's going down penalties in 3rd position at the moment. Snap leading. 2nd position is Energy Dan. The battle at the front is fantastic, isn't it? So we've got a driver in the pits, and here it is then. So Snap leading the Australian Grand Prix in the orange colour car. That is brilliant to see. And of course, Snap hasn't lived up to his expectation this season, has he? I feel that he might be slightly disappointed with how the season's gone, because he has got pace, hasn't he? Under that left foot of his, he just I feel it needs a bit more luck in the car at the moment. So at the moment, Snap is in. Oh, Energy Dan's on the wall! Energy Dan's at the wall in turn 5, and Alston moves over the 2nd position. We've got 2 orange cars, 1st and 2nd at the moment then. As and Energy Dan, how much have he damaged the car? Matt is in 4th position, but we've got Steve in 5th position, Dave 6th. Are you racing 7th? And who's that? That is Dave, who is in 6th position at the moment. He is having a bit of trouble, I think he's damaged his car. Energy Dan is dropping down as well. He's also damaged his car as well. Oh, I think we have damage, didn't we? We have got damage on Are You Racing at the moment. I'm loving the pink and black car. They're fantastic stuff on board of Are You Racing now, as you can see then. Oh, almost scraping the wall there. Dave is now starting to stretch his legs. I'm just taking a look at the position changes at the moment then. Asdog up 7 positions. Fantastic. He is like a hot knife for Brett at the moment. Double up 5 positions. Once again, double is Mr. Consistent, is he? So he will be getting a lot of points here tonight. I can assure that. CEO as well. Once again, CEO is doing a good job as well. He'd be third at the championship, I believe, if unfortunately real life didn't intervene, of course, of jobs really, but of having to work, which is a shame for Steve. But of course, yeah. Anyway, who's in the pits? Energy Dan's in the pits. I'm just taking a quick look at the leader then, and look at Snap, lap 5 at the moment. DRS is unable to call. I'm sorry, lap 3 out of 5, and of course we still got a couple more. We got 7 more races to go here tonight. So let's just take stock. And retirement saying Claude is out. He didn't make it off the grid at the moment. Timmy is 2nd. 3rd is Timmy out. Roscoe out. Jonathan Cox out. And Physico out as well. Physico should get points, I think. And look, you see, going to change the front wing. Then they're going back onto the soft compound tires. Don't expect any other colour tire tonight. This is all red. So we're absolutely going to be flying around. A double now moved up into 8th position. Now he is just in front of this is going to get very fast as well. Not that bad, of course. As we said, the championship leader at the moment, he is just recovering. Oh, loving the black and white. I'm loving these cars. It's amazing, isn't it? Great. I tell you what, when the drivers were sending me the designs. Oh, Snap's made a mistake, I think, because look, and Asdog is all over the back rim at the moment. So we've got 2 orange cars there, 1st and 2nd at the moment. It's like the old Spikers, isn't it? Fantastic. And now as Snap now is now under a lot of pressure on lap 3 out of 5 then. This is going to be very tasty indeed, isn't it? I mean, oh, look at that coming into turn 15 now, accelerating away then, and coming through the final corner then. Snap, oh, he's got wide, and Asdog is going to take the lead. He's going to take the lead. He's alongside him. It's like Hackett and Coulthard at 98, but this time there's no letting anyone by. Snap has dropped down to 2nd. Asdog takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. Remember, Asdog has had an absolutely phenomenal season in qualifying. In the races, he's I think he's been a bit unfortunate, hasn't he, with some of the luck. But wow, Asdog leads everyone on the 2nd to last lap already. Remember, these are sprint races. These are. So fuck, that's Dave. Dave is gone, and where has he gone? He's gone in the final corner, just on board of him now. Sorry on board, not that bad. There he is. And Alstock's dropped out the second. And Snapper's back through and takes the lead once again. Not that bad to set the fast up of the race. And go. He's all over the back of him like a rash at the moment. And now look at this. Snapper's going to go. Sorry, Alstock is going on the outside at the moment, but no, not quite. Snapper's got. Oh, and look at this. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. This is real to real stuff coming through turn. It's not 10 at the moment, and he is back in the lead. What is Snap going to do? Snapper is having a fantastic race. Alstock's having a fantastic race. This is great to see, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic. It's going to be so. Oh no! Alstock's off the track, and Snap takes the lead on the Australian Grand Prix. Remember, this is the Super Cup. And I'm not on about the boring match we had last week or the week before between Charles and Liverpool. No, this is a proper Super Cup. Absolutely fantastic stuff now. So, I'm already out of breath. We're only on lap 4 of race 1. This is epic stuff already then. Snapper leads at the moment. Second position is Asdog. Matt is now in third. We've got Steve in fourth. Not about his fifth. Energy down is sixth. Seventh position is Double. Eighth position is Are You Racing then. Dave is 9th, 10th is Physico, Jonathan Cox, Roscoe, Tim, no, Energy Dan, oh, he's gone in turn 12 there, and Energy Dan is out of the race, and that's a shame for Energy Dan. I think he should get some points still. And then Dave Dave is cheering on Snap, and I am as well, even though it shouldn't be. And Alstock's shot down the front. There's a problem with Alstock's car, and not that bad. Set the fast. He's damaged his front wing there. That is a lot of end plate gone off the orange car of Alstock at the moment. And so he's got a bit of issues there. And now Matt is hunting down Asdog. Oh, how much damage? Matt hasn't got any damage at all. Of course, Matt is. Oh, I'm loving that car as well. These car designs have been absolutely fantastic. We'll come back to that in a minute because I'm not even going to talk about the cars, am I? And look at this. Steve is now all over the back of Asdog. This is the battle for the final podium position of the race. We have got. This is the final lap of race 1 of the Super Cup. He's going to have a switchback as he can look. Asdog's on the track. Steve takes further this. He's damaged his front wing, but Steve is now in front. Are You Racing? It's all over the back of Double as well. But Snap is coming around then the second to last corner. He hasn't got far to go. Fantastic. And is how the penalty's going to go as well. And there he goes. Snap is around the final corner, and he wins the first race of the Super Cup here in Australia. Fantastic. Matt is second. Snap is a winner here tonight. Brilliant. What about Steve is in 4th position then, and third position. Asdog is in 4th at the end. Not that bad then. Is in at 5th position. Are You Racing? Are You Racing is through number 7th position. Double there is dropped down to 8th position. But yeah, Double. I think Double's going to get an awful lot of points at the moment, and not that bad then. 5th in the end. Are You Racing and Double are very in close company, and as they come through the final turn then. Wow, what a race! What a race! We're only on the first lap. Snap has won the first race of the Super Cup here tonight. Brilliant, brilliant indeed. And as Steve Penny just put in the comments, go on Snappy, get in there lad. Definitely echo that, amazing stuff. And Dave got a 9th, and he's happy with that after unfortunately his race unceremoniously ended after turn 16. And Snap on top of the podium, on top of the world, and on top of the standings in the Super Cup at the moment. What a way! What a start to this! What starts this epic night of racing this is going to be. I told you it's going to be fast and furious. Look at that. What's that? 10 minutes into the stream, I'm already sweating. Incredible stuff. Well, that's really. To be fair, I'd have to say that's not really much of a change, really, is it? But you know, that was intense to begin with, isn't it? So we just taken. So there's the final classification there. Yeah. So 7 classifications in the end. Energy Dan retired. Then we had DNF Dave in 9th position. Physico in 10th. So those are the top 10. Jonathan Cox just has the points in 11th. Roscoe 12th. 30 was Timmy, and unfortunately for Claude, he didn't get going. So that's a shame. Then that's what's happening in the championship at the moment. Then it is Snap who is on top of the table at the moment, with Matt is second, third is Steve, and it's exactly the same as how they started, but not that bad. Gets an extra point for fastest at the moment, so he is on 11 points as we move into Bahrain and round 2 of the Super Cup. As I was just adjusting my hair there because blimey. So we're now going on then to so this is the second race now, and this is Bahrain next. And so look at this, the drivers haven't even got any time to take stock of what happened there, as they're going straight into it. There's no need for well, there probably is a need for trying to get themselves sorted. Snap though, great win in Australia, fantastic stuff as well. Held off Asdorf brilliantly well, and Matt was hunting him down as well towards on the last lap. As it's very difficult, isn't it, when the driver behind you is coming at you quite a rate of knots. 15 turns around Sakia then in Bahrain. Of course, this is this will be the jewel in the desert. I think this is the only night race we're having tonight, and so enjoy this one, as the cars look absolutely fantastic under lights. They really do. And I wonder, these multi-car cars are actually looking splendid, aren't they? Really splendid. And yeah, the drivers are sending across the cars, so I can get used to it. To be to honest, I'm really impressed with some of these cars. Some of these cars look absolutely stunning. I really do. I think some of the real F1 teams need to take notice, really, so that they can actually brighten up their cars a bit. As some of them look bland. I must admit, it wasn't as bad. I think 2005 Jordan had a very basic colour, didn't they? They hardly had any spots on the car at all, did they? Obviously, Braun didn't have any in 2009, but I'm not going to diss the Braun, because that was an absolutely epic season, wasn't it? And to be fair, it's one of the best F1 stories you'll ever hear. Here we go then. No formation up again then. So we're on there straight away. We've got 5 sets of lights on, and we'll be going again, and we are. Go! Jonathan Cook to that pole position. He's away straight away, and this is fantastic. Oh, we got a bit of lag going on in the background as well. But Jonathan Cook's the leader, and up there we got Andrew Dan, who's just glitched at the moment as a DNF third. Look at this, we got all sorts going on in the middle here. We've got yellow flags out there at the moment. Oh, we got carnage. We got Roscoe with a 2-second penalty for causing a collision then. And wow, and look, there's Roscoe is right off the track, and there's Snap. Oh, it's the race winner of race 1 then. It's already having a bit of issues. He's down in 13th position mode, and Matt is right at the back of the park. Oh no, Roscoe has gone into it's gone to the side of no, it's Dave has gone to the side of Roscoe, I should say, and wow, Andy Dan has gone wide, and Asdog is through, and so is Arnie Riggs, and Arnie Riggs is up in the 3rd position, Asdog is 2nd at the moment, Andy Dan is 4th, double 5th, good stuff. Steve is in 6th position at the moment, Physico 7th, DNF Dave is down to 13th at the moment. We've got 14 drivers around this track at the moment, and we've also got a bit of a queue behind Physico. It's not that bad. Claude has got away this time in 9th position. Timmy is, oh, I love that. Look at that. What a car from Derry. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to go on the inside of Claude there. We got a car all over the track up in front of us. I think that was not that bad. He's all over the back of Physico like a rash at the moment, as he's batting for the Claude. Claude is just muscled his way through, and there's a car right off the track there. That is not that bad. They're coming off the track. That Claude car 25, the gold and red car, and he's up in the 7th position now. Physico is 8th. John Cox got, I think, oh, look at that. That's not that bad. They're just having to get his elbows out there, isn't he? And he's in the pits. So, in the moment, not bad in the pits for 2nd race in the row. Then look at this Physico. He's just powering through. He is coming through. Then look at this. He is coming through. Claude is going to be in the, oh, he's got a bit of straight line speed on the Claude. It's like Physico. They're giving him enough room now. Beautiful stuff. On board with the, I love in this colour scheme with Timmy. I know Claude there is, they're having a good old scrap. Look at it. Look at the position change. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? The oh, who's that? That is Roscoe. Roscoe is really he's forced them on the track, and he's got no front wing. I tell you what, Roscoe usually drives for the Red Bull, and he might need to ask Red Bull to give him some wings, because they normally do. But unfortunately, Roscoe hasn't at that point. Physico is inside Claude there, and oh, apologies, yeah. Anyway, carrying on. Physico is now through, no yet, because Claude is back through as well, and back up in the 7th position. Physico is down to 8. This is a cracking battle. I'm loving this. Look at this now. Claude is dropped down to 1 position. Timmy now up into 8th then. Roscoe in the background has got no wing at all. He's having a look, but Physico is, oh, he's left the door open, and Claude there, who's who, I tell you what, he's I'm not even sure. Is that really? Could you class that as an overtake? Oh, doubles all over the back of Stio at the moment, and this is the battle for look in the back of Claude and Timmy haven't finished with each other, have they? It's fantastic. Double once again. Double this season has been fantastic, hasn't he? He really has. Well, all these. Oh, we've come back from it because Claude is back in the race. He's a solid man now, and he is now gaining on a physical again, and but Timmy is now in 7th position mode. Jonathan Cox leads by 2 seconds mode. Asdog and Are You Racing? It's in 2nd and 3rd position at the moment, but Dardy Mocha's fit. Oh my gosh, and Claude has got into the back of Timmy there, and I think Claude misjudged his breaking point there. As we're on lap 3 out of 5, and here, and looking there, Double and Stio is having a good old jostle for us, 5th and 6th position at the moment. And what these guys are absolutely going at it, hammer and tongs, brilliant stuff. As Physico is now through there, was now back on board. Claude then he missed out in Australia, didn't he, a couple of minutes ago, but he's definitely making up for a year as well. Beautiful stuff indeed on board then with Claude. Oh, he does. He leaves his braking quite late there, doesn't he? Just taking a look there. Oh, who was that? That was Energy Dan who was starting off the track then. Jonathan Cox, 3.1 seconds now up the road. Then we have Asdog is 2nd position. Are You Racing is in 3rd position. We've got Steve and Double 5th and 6th. Energy Dan is 4th at the moment. You got Timmy and Physico now are now gapping each other, and also Claude is 9th position. Not that bad. 20 seconds back at the moment, so I think that's going to be a huge bit of time to make up at the moment. And we haven't had no retirements in this race yet, and anything can happen, and it usually does, and that might be why. We'll take a quick look to see what's going on. There it's Timmy is off in the purple car. He has gone off, and he doesn't like Rolex either, but it looks as he has just smashed the board. And now Timmy's going to come in the pits, and the question is he going to get out in front of in front of Not Bad and Snap? Is going to be close, isn't it? Going very close as well. And is he going to limp along with the wing gun? Surely he can't. As the sunburst purple car is in the pits, in the pits. Of course, very reminiscent of Simtech, of course, back in 1995. I love that car. It was a really good car. Unfortunately, they only entered 5 races, didn't they? Last time we ever seen Simtech was in Monaco '95, which is such a shame. Really, of course, they had Skia Torella, I think it was, and Jos Verstappen. I almost said Max Verstappen there. Of course, Jos Verstappen, Max Verstappen's dad in the car in the Simtech. Completely different change of atmosphere, wasn't it, for Verstappen? Sorry, Jos Verstappen went from Benetton the year before and then went to Simtech. So yeah, but so it's a bit of a shame that Simtech only raced in a couple of races. Anyway, enough about Simtech. I'm sure that if you want to hear more about Simtech, then yeah, give a good old Google. I honestly, I do love reading about the old F1 teams. Anyway, so then it's a bit of a stalemate out there as it stands. Asdog and Are You Racing are just keeping together on. Double is just matching Steve at the moment. Once again, Double knows just keeping his drive very measured, very calm. He knows what he needs to do, doesn't he? He knows that even though this is a sprint, he also knows that this is also a marathon as well, which makes absolutely no sense at all. But what I mean by that is points means prizes for Double, and he is at the moment in 8th position at the moment. Fantastic. But I think that the one man who's not in the points at the moment is going to have to go for broke. It's going against Snap at the moment. Matt versus Snap for the final point at the moment. And of course, Matt's car is. Matt's car is, of course, the is kind of a tribute to the to his rugby team as well, and which is the I think it's Wigan. Yeah, let me just have a quick. It is Wigan Warriors. I thought I didn't want to upset anyone by I'm mad on the inside there, and you're talking about rugby, and I'm wondering if I put him off there. I'd probably upset him when I forgot what his rugby team was. And Matt there unfortunately had a bit of a lunge there on Snap, and that didn't work out for him. Final lap of Bahrain then. Just taking a look then, Jonathan Cox, who hasn't really been in this race much. Oh, lovely green there from Jonathan. Of course, Jonathan with Italian relatives, isn't he? And he is showing that tonight, isn't he, with a bit of green on his car. Fantastic stuff indeed. As now he's just powering up the hill, isn't he? And now he's coming into the perilous turn at 12, and now into turn 13 then. He is almost there. He is almost home. He's gone from pole position to checker flag. When Jonathan's out in front, he's like a Vettel-esque, isn't he? No one can touch him. Roscoe's got a 2-second penalty. Coming around the final corner, Jonathan Cox is winner of the second race of the Super Cup. He comes through and he wins in Bahrain. Second position is Asdog. Good measured drive from Asdog. Third is Are You Racing. Sorry, Energy Dan is in 4th position at the moment. Oh, and he's in the wall. Steve is in 5th position. 6th position is Double. Physico is in 7th position. Ooh, 10-second penalty for Roscoe. I think, I'll tell you what, and Dave's out. Physico 7th. Claude is going to finish 8th. Claude, Physico, and Timmy has had some absolutely epic battles at the moment. Epic battles. And now Claude finishes 8th. Then 9th position is not that bad. It's 9th position going, and 9th position is not that bad, man. And Snap is going to finish in 10th position. Retirements then both the Red Bull. They're normally in the Red Bull cars, aren't they? Roscoe and Dave. But tonight they're in the multiplayer cars. But unfortunately they're out. And then Matt is coming through. But Matt and Timmy then. And look at this. Timmy is giving him a good old slip through though. And oh, very close towards the end then. As yeah. So that's the end of race 2 then. Well, I'll tell you what, absolutely epic stuff so far. Really is. Woo, blimey. So let's just take a quick look at the results then. But before we do that, Jonathan Cox on the top of the... Oh, I love that race suit. Fantastic stuff. Loving the car as well. Beautiful, isn't it? And Jonathan Cox then top of the podium. And that is very good, isn't it? Of course, Snap, unfortunately, who won in Australia. Well, fortunately, brilliantly won in Australia, but unfortunately, had a bit of a nightmare race here. But this is what's so great about this Super Cup. You see, it's fast and furious. Whatever happens in the last race, you can move on. You can move on in the next 10 minutes. When it's a more traditional race, isn't it? If you have a bad start, it's going to be a longer race from then. So then. Just taking a quick look then. So at the moment then, Jonathan Cox won from pole position. Asdog then 2nd. Third is IRC Racing. Energy down 4th. Steve 5th. Double 6. Steve and Double on a very good battle there. Physico 7th. Claude is 8th. Not that bad 9th. Snap is the final man in the top 10. In the championship, Asdog is now leading the cup. He is 4 points in front of Snap and Jonathan, who are 2nd and 3rd at the moment. Steve is in 4th. IRC Racing 5th. We got Matt is now dropped down to 6th. Energy Dan is up into 7th position. And that's it for me. So yeah. So now we're moving on to China. So China, this is where it starts to become a very testing couple of circuits. Then China and Azerbaijan. So we're just having a. So that, yeah. Anyway, carrying on with the standards there. We got Energy down 7th, Double 8th, not that bad 9th, and Physico is 10th for the moment. Fantastic stuff indeed, isn't it? Beautiful stuff, and I think someone just dropped out there, didn't they? Anyway, carrying on, let's go to so now on round 3. I'm not sure who's dropped out, but anyway, round 3, 3.3 miles this is here in China. And of course the lap record is held by Michael Schumacher back in 2004 when the circuit made its debut, didn't it? Because I think Bahrain and China both made their respective debuts, didn't they, in the 2004 season. As we're just having a quick look at the quick load up, and we'll be ready to go again. A lovely media centre there, isn't it? Absolutely, it's top class there. You can say it's top bins. Oh, that no, it's raining, and this is going to be very, very testing the drivers here as well. That isn't just a sprinkling of rain either. That is heavy rain. That's proper rain. That is. And did you expect anything less in China? Of course, we had several rain-affected races, didn't we? Of course, one of the most famous ones, 2007. I mentioned every time I'm in China. It kind of breaks my heart to say, but Hamilton got stuck in the ground trap when it was a wet, dry race. Of course, we also had that epic race in 2009 where Red Bull won their first ever race, didn't they? Not only first ever race, they won 2 as well. Vettel's second win as well. Of course, up to that point, Vettel only won the wet, didn't he? Won in Monza as well, 2008. Fantastic. So yeah, that's just a couple. I think we also had a wet dry race back in 2005 or 6 it was. I can't remember roughly. Anyway, but I think we're about to get cracking now then. Look at this then. As I think the pole sitter is very nervous there, and I would be as well. That's not that bad, and we're going again. And look at this. As we said, it was fast and furious, and it really is. Physico is dropping down then. Who is going to be the Rainmaster around China? Dave is up in. Oh my gosh, that was a swipe in a bit, wasn't it? And Dave Dave is now up into a 3rd position. We're on board, Dave, and look at this. This is Artie Race has got. There's someone he's on the outside. He's on the outside. That's a fantastic maneuver. That's a car off. That's a car. That's debris. There's debris as well. As it's getting very tight in the midfield there, isn't it? I think Claude has left the session, unfortunately. So Snap is dropping down to 11th position. Jonathan Cox is 12th. Remember, he won in Bahrain, as did Snap, won in Australia. Those two are going to be. Oh my gosh, that is a lunge and a bit there from Jonathan, and he has got a 2-second penalty as he's gone straight to the side of Roscoe there. No, yeah, that is a proper launch. Not a bad leader, but whoa, that's a drift. That's a drift from Steve. That's a cracking drift, isn't it? He's really put, as I keep mentioning about the Fast and Furious franchise, they need to pay me, don't they? Because the amount of advertising I've done for him tonight. You know, yeah, I think the CEO thought he was in the Fast and Furious. That cracking drift in there, beautiful stuff. But yeah, he's sorry, CEO. But the CEO is now under the cosh, isn't he? A bit from physical at the moment. And who's that? That's Matt coming up the inside of RU Racing, and we've got Dave, RU Racing, and Matt. Oh, and look, there's Timmy in the background as well. And RU Racing now going. This is going to get very messy. Oh, lovely! Look at it. Look at the rain. It's absolutely appalling out there. And there's I think that's an orange car up there. I think that's Snap who's gone. Whoa! And that's someone right off the track there. I'm not even sure. It's Jonathan Cox, and I think he was on a different part of the track. And look at this, and it's up into Dave defended there. Dave was defending. RU Racing's got a bit wide then at the moment. And also we got Timmy in the mix as well. And look in the foreground there. Look in the foreground. That's Energy down in physical of getting wheel to wheels right. Not a bad lead. He's got the fast of the race so far. Then Physico's dropped down to 4th as that Energy down. I tell you what, recently since Canada, Energy down. Oh, we'll come on to me because RU Racing today. We're going to stop and down the pit straight. He's going to go the outside. Is he? Where is he? He's they've both gone the outside. Matt just nips up the inside. Dave has gone wide, but he's come back on. And Timmy there just trying to sneak in front of the zone. And as you can see, David's gone onto the side of him. He got too wide. And it's a concertina effect between himself, Asdog, and Roscoe. And and there's a car on the outside. It's getting very messy as well between the two. And unfortunately, Dave who's been double and Dave also. Whoa, that's an orange car off the track. I think that is Asdog, isn't it? Car 22, who's having a bit of issues there in the foreground. Or was that Snap? It might have been Snap. No, I think it was Asdog. As Snap has also gone off the track. That's right. He's got a 3-second penalty there for ignoring your flags. I thought you got a penalty there for cutting the corner. I was like, that can't be right. Oh, look at this. Look at the rain. Look at the rain. Absolutely lashing it down out there at the moment. And there's Snap who's taking the karting line, literally, as he's I don't mean a kart either from the Elite League. I mean the karting line is that's the extreme kart line. And he's popped through and up into 10th position. Snap is looking very wild out there, isn't he? He's really attacking the corner. He's really attacking the corners. Dave is attacking Snap. Oh, he's gone a bit too wide though. And Dave is down to 11. Double there. Oh my gosh, almost collected double. Fantastic. And you can see them back in the mid pack at the moment. RU Racing and RU Racing is gaining again then. So we're on board with RU Racing. And how's he going to do then? You can see he's in the slipstream and Matt then. Not too much gained at the moment. Oh, lovely shot here on board Snap then. And look in the background, it's Asdog. Once again, the two spiker cards, they're not actually spiker cards, are together side by side. And you can see, well, almost. They're not really. So now they're side by side. And now Asdog, where is he? There he is. Matt is out. Oh, he's gone off in turn 16, I think it is. No, we're on board with Asdog. There he is. He's done a Giovinazzi. He's out. So unfortunately for Matt, then he is out of the Chinese sprint race here tonight, which is a shame. Asdog is going around with no front wing. Brave stuff indeed, isn't it, from Alan there? And look at that. Look at the amount of lock he's got on that car. Absolutely full lock there, isn't it? Asdog at the moment in the second spiker. So he is now in 8th position at the moment. Double there is in Rob Board double at the moment, and he is now starting to. He's like a shark in the water, isn't he? He can smell blood. And Asdog on foot, he knows Asdog hasn't got a front wing, surely. And a double is just biding his time. Talking to biding their times is Physico is now in 4th position, and he is now starting to gain on energy down at the moment. As this is the battle for 3rd and 4th, the final podium moment. Not that bad. It's 2.7 seconds out in front of the moment, and he is leading the race. So we've got 3 wins. We haven't yet, have we? Of course, Asdog, Snap in Jonathan Cox out of the race, and Snap must have an amazing race if he's going to win from there. So we're going to have another winner here. 3 different winners in 3 races. I remember a season like that where we had 7 winners in the first 7 races. Was it? Of course, Maldonado was one of them, wasn't he? On board Physical at the moment in the lush blue car. It looks very similar to the blue Benetton back in the 98 season, the 98 and 99 season. Maybe it's a bit too blue, if it's possible. But yeah, to be honest, I'm really loving these multicolour cars. Takes me back to the good old days, doesn't it? Really, of I must admit, I do. You look back on some of the F1 cars, and they look absolutely splendid, don't they? Of course, the Playlife Benetton in '98 and '99, fantastic. They even had steps on the side. I think it was aerodynamic devices, wasn't it? But it looks like just some random square panels, don't it? And I've got John Foucault just commented that rain is hard on this game. It varies indeed at the moment. And to be honest, it's anything just light showers. It's absolutely bucketed it down the road. We've got a couple of gaps going at the moment. So let's just take a look at the classification then on lap 4 out of 5. Not that bad leads. Steel is second. Energy Dan is third. That's the podium. Physico is chasing Energy Dan down for that final podium position at the moment. In 4th position, Are You Racing is in 5th. 6th position is Timmy. 7th position is Roscoe. Double is 8th. 9th is Asdog. 10th is Dave. Just outside the points is Snap in 11th position. Matt and Jonathan are out of the race, and Claude unfortunately bowed out after his epic battles in Bahrain. So yeah, maybe yeah. So that's a shame for Claude. Hopefully he can get him back in the session soon, because that's some really good entertainment. I loved that. So then, as we're coming to, you can see Fizzico is now under a second in the rain. That doesn't make a difference because there is no DRS in the wet because of safety and things like that. And now he's coming onto the back straight then. As look at that, that's awful rain out there, isn't it? That's proper rain. That's proper wet rain, isn't it? And now then, so not that bad. 2.7 seconds in front of Stio at the moment. I'm loving this because I don't even know who's going to be leading the championship after this. It's fantastic. We've done 3 rounds already. It's just motoring by, isn't it? I can't keep up. But Steve might be able to keep up with Energy Dan, because Energy Dan has gone wide in the hairpin, and now this is definitely going to let Steve in. Now Energy Dan's made up 4 positions, but Roscoe's made up 5 position. Unfortunately, Snap has dropped down 9 positions. Physically cut. Roscoe's got a 10-second penalty there, so I think he's cut off the track with that, hasn't he? It probably has. Codemasters is can be very harsh on penalties, can't they? I'm not. Sometimes you just wonder about that. You can see there, look at him drifting wide. Look at the car control that Physical has to do here. You can see, look at he's getting 2 or 3 bites of the cherry to try and get that car around there. It's brilliant stuff at the moment. Yellow flagging free, just taking a look to see what's going on. Oh no, it's Dave. Dave has gone off in the purple and yellow car at the moment, and he's spun. As he's having a bit of troubles there, isn't he? In the dairy milk car. No, I think dairy milk's white and purple, isn't it? Anyway, unless it's Christmas time, possibly. Anyway, enough about that. Back on board Physico at the moment. He is in 4th position. He's only got a lap to go. Dave has dropped down to 11th position. Snap is snuck inside the points. Then we have got, that is it then for this race. Then almost, not quite, but almost. Watching not that bad. Then he has had a faultless drive here in China, hasn't he? He's been really good, hasn't he? Very controlled his pace, not that bad. You can say there is no, I'm not going to do it. I think you've had enough of my not that bad puns, haven't you? Of course, so there's he's doing very well in the championship in the IRC Super, isn't he? Fantastic. Even though it doesn't. Oh no! Energy Dan's off! There he is! He's taking a trip across the grass, and that's a big blow for Energy Dan. That is the podium position gone, and Timmy is going to be in front of us. Well, here is Timmy, and unfortunately Energy Dan, to be honest, that looks like an old school Minardi, doesn't it? When your fake friends on, because Minardi had the green and black car in 95 and 6, and now then as not a bad wins, 2 seconds, Theo second, Energy Dan, and then Timmy are battling tooth and nail for 5th and 6th position. And this is the difference, is 2 points. Stio second, Physico is now into 3rd. Are You Racing this 4th? Energy Dan has dropped from 3rd to 5th at the moment, and then we come across the line. Energy Dan 5th, Timmy 6th, Roscoe and coming through then to finish at 7th position. Well, car just straight lining there, isn't he? As he is now in 7th position, Roscoe is. 8th position is Double. Double will be in front because of that huge penalty. And Snap, and then Dave is down in that position, but Roscoe with a double arrow coming into contact. Asdog finishes in 9th position in the end, and Snap then in the 2nd orange car is coming through to get the final point at the moment. He's on into tires. And Dave are on a bit of issues there in the hairpin as Snap is just cruising around then. So final classification, not a bad one. 2nd was Steve, 3rd Physico, 4th was Are You Racing, Energy Dan was 5th, Timmy 6th. Great battle between Timmy and Energy Dan towards the end. 7th position Double, once again showing consistency. Roscoe in 8th position. Astor with no front wing in 9th, and Snap completes the top 10. as Dave is doing the button line around there, isn't he? Of course, button went flying off there, but I don't think he went that far. And Dave is taking a trip to the beach at the moment. So it's so that's the top 10 in at the moment. Matt and Jonathan Cox retired, and Dave was right up there, wasn't he? Unfortunately, though, it looked like just contact and all sorts just happening. As with the sprint races, this is kind of this is really though it's when you're very close, as that marshal has probably had enough of waving that flag. But he's doing a better job in I can't remember, someone waved the flag earlier here, didn't they? 2015, wasn't it? Yeah, the lap. Oh, and David's found the tyre wall. So yeah, unfortunately for DNF Dave, he has lived up to his name here at the moment. But let's just now let's just take a quick look at the championship standings. What is the state of play at the moment? We're not going to yet because we've got to see Not That Bad on top of the podium, and you can see that beautiful black and white car 95, and he is loving it. Look at him. I don't think he's ever been so happy in his life. As this is brilliant stuff indeed. Then from Not That Bad. Let's take stock of the championship. Then remember, this is the Super Cup, IRC Super Cup tonight. And here it is then. Stio, his consistency is really paying off now. 43 points and he is top of the tree. Second position is not that bad. 4 points behind. A win earlier on was absolutely epic. Are you racing again to consistency as well? Then we've got Asdog, 11 points back. 16 is Snap. 17 is Jonathan Cox, as is Energy Dan. 8 Physico is on 22 points, 20 points for double, and Matt is in the top 10. The top 10 is only separated by a win. That's how close this is. Timmy is on 8, Roscoe is on 4, and Dave at the moment is on 2. So to be honest, this is only round 3. We've still got Azerbaijan, we've got Spain, we've got Monaco, we've got Canada, and we've got Paul Ricard as well. And this is going to be epic, one for the ages. I hope you all start comfortably as well, because it's going to get even more exciting. And well, it's going to get very exciting a bit, isn't it? I mean, Azerbaijan is next. Yeah, so exciting. I've had to get a swig of drink in me. And so yeah, next one is Baku. Then of course this is the longest racetrack on the track list tonight, isn't it? Of course, 20 turns around Baku. You need a slippery car on that monster length circuit. 3.7 miles this is. Of course, Vettel holds the fastest lap in 2017 at 1:43.4. If anyone remembers that race, it was a bit dull, wasn't it, really, in 2017? Wasn't it? Dave just happy to have some points. Of course, Dave has got 2 points so far at the moment, but as we said before, we've only done 3 races so far. We've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 5 more races to go. We're going to be halfway through after this, and as I said, the top 10 is separated by just 1 win. And even though Dave is bottom of the sheets at the moment, he might not be for long, because remember, he won in Monaco in fine style as well. And there was a couple of tracks that I feel that Dave would really start to push the guys at the top. So do not count Dave out at the moment. As oh dear, I'm running out of battery. Oh, don't worry, it's just my sister messaging. She can wait. Anyway, because so now then we're now getting ready for the countdown. The drivers are probably just taking a little break to catch their breath. And I'm glad they're doing that, because they probably listened to me and thinking, oh gosh, he sounds like he's at the gym. He's out of breath. Dave says over shoulder. I was trying to think positively. So unfortunately, well, I must admit, you got one of the best looking cars out there. So yeah, I love it. Anyway, then, so the countdown will be on momentarily, as we're just waiting for the drivers to come out there now. Well, what this gives us an opportunity, then, doesn't it, really, to review what's happened so far. And a lot has happened in the free racing, hasn't it? Snap, who took an incredible victory in Melbourne, really showed his experience there, doesn't he? And fantastic stuff. Jonathan Cox then just showed the pace, didn't he? It was electric out front in Bahrain, and Not That Bad, showing his wet weather skills as well in China as well. 3 different winners so far. Who's it going to be a 4th one? Now we've lost. As all the tracks have gone now, and unfortunately we've also lost the points as well. Sugar. so I think I should have been making notes, really, shouldn't I? Oh well. Anyway, we'll worry about that a bit later on. It's all about fun, isn't it? Of course, so everyone does. They say it's all about fun, isn't it? And then, of course, when it comes to the race, it's anything but, isn't it? So just taking a quick look, and So then, from Azerbaijan, then it's been on the calendar for about 3 seasons: 2016, 17, 18, and 19. Apart from 2016, I think it's been some epic races, hasn't it? Red Bull clashed with each other in 2018, which caused absolute chaos towards the end. Robbed Bottas of a certain victory and he ran over debris. Hamilton's most luckiest win, possibly, of his career. It just found us that, really, didn't it? Yeah, it was very good. I think 2016, the only thing I remember that is Hamilton complaining about because there was a rule, wasn't there, in 2016, where the engineers weren't allowed to tell the drivers what to do if there's issues with the cars. So yeah, that was that was kind of dominated 2016, really. Which is a shame, really, because I think the GP2 race was on earlier. The safety car restarts for GP2 was phenomenal, wasn't it? I think Giovinazzi, I think he was racing for Prima, wasn't he? Possibly, maybe. But yeah, I think Giovinazzi. I remember Giovinazzi being a forefront of that queue. It was absolute mega. And to be honest, I think the GP2 points had a crazy race, but I think the IRC guys is just going to live up to that billing, aren't they, in some spectacular fashion in a minute. So as the drivers are just getting themselves sorted, maybe changing tack. Maybe they're thinking about their attack if starters is not working in these short laps, or maybe they're not attacking it long enough. Maybe they're just being a bit too cautious, aren't they? And they feel that they need to. They've been a bit too nice, really. Need to get their elbows out, don't they? Yeah, they're probably changing tack as well. Of course, there's no strategy calls here tonight. It is all about the racing, isn't it? So no need to worry about pit stops, tyres, anything like that. This is about going flat out, which is basically what these drivers were born to do, really, wasn't it? Was to drive as quick as they can, and not to worry about tyres, not to worry about engine, not to worry about fuel load, nothing. Right, here we go then. Round number 4, and here we are in Azerbaijan, Baku. I think this is the only race on the calendar which is below sea level, isn't it? I think I say that every time, and to be honest, I'm waiting for someone to tell me that I'm wrong. It's just one of those random facts that have popped into my head, and usually it's because I've heard it from Crofty, David Croft, and sometimes you can be wrong. And there's no such rain in the air in this race, though, is there? Of course, the pits, which is all built up, isn't it? So they're not permanent. They're not permanent buildings. The pits around here, I think they're all like they're stored away, aren't they? Like in a lockup just behind the royal. Is it the royal building in Baku, or is it their part of them? I'm not sure. My my knowledge of countries is just appalling, really. The only reason I know about countries is usually because Formula 1's been there, otherwise I probably wouldn't even know they exist. So we're now counting down then for the race start. Remember, no formation laps, no nothing like that. There's no mucking about here tonight, and it is absolutely. And here we go. We got 3, we got 4, we got 5, and it is going Baku, and it is go. And here we go once again then, and you can see then they're accelerating down then into turn 1. It's a straight. Asdog leads. Oh no, he's at the wall. He's at the wall in turn 1, and that leaves Physico to take the lead. And we got a big old pair. Oh my gosh, who is that? Who is that? That is Roscoe, I think, and he is proper gone into Jonathan Cox. It is appalling. Oh my god, this is absolutely. And Roscoe is racing backwards there, and he's having. Oh dear, that was a proper lunge from Roscoe there, wasn't it? He's down in front, and Jonathan Cox is out for the second race in a row. We have also lost wing on Energy Dan as well, and wow, this is fantastic. Also, Roscoe's out, so Roscoe's gone straight on. Done Snap. Oh no, Snap is stuck in Roscoe's gone straight on in turn 3. And Snap there just recovering. As Doggy's dropped down the third then, so the man who was on pole position is unfortunately dropped out. And now then, Physico. Oh, and I thought he went straight off there, not bad, but he's still there at the moment. As Dog, Timmy, Stio, no wing. Energy down there, ricocheting off end. This is going to be, it's now coming through the castle section. I'm going to close my eyes here because this can get very dangerous indeed. But so Energy down is staying in 6th position mode. RE Racing is all over the back of him, isn't he? Like a bad suit. He's all over, and look at this. Oh my gosh, of course, oh my gosh, this is a very, very scary part of the track. Roscoe is left, unfortunately. Hopefully he'll be back in a minute. Oh, and Energy down there is going to the wall, and he's having real. He's got no front wing, no, of course, and you can see in the background now, Matt there is also climbing through the field as well. Matt is he's gone very well as well. This is where it's going to really start. Oh my gosh! Of course, he had to break that. And that's a bit of throwing off. Matt's flying through, and look at this. He hasn't even got the ears up, punch right up there as well. And he now takes the lead. Roscoe has dropped down, and Dave is out of the race as well. And look, not that bad. It's taken the. No, he hasn't, because Physical is back in front. And Energy Dan is staying out the pits about. But look at this. Energy Dan's got a lot of. Oh, he's got onto the side of Matt there, and he's coming. He's in the pit exit mode. And oh, blimey. Wow, it's absolutely all going off at the moment. You're flying free at the moment, so let's just quickly calm ourselves down then. So we're on lap 2, and Physico at the moment. Oh, well, yeah, they're all coming to the pits. Then this is the close battle on track at the moment. Then is between the two leaders at the moment. And look, not that bad. He's driving a bit wild out there at the moment, a bit wild indeed. And excuse me. IRC Racing is right out behind right behind Timmy then, so the battle resumes out there then, doesn't it? As we're back on board then with Timmy then, and sorry, with IRC Racing then, as he is matching his racing point colours, isn't he? IRC Racing is, and we're on board with him now then, and he is not too well. He's not very far beyond at all, is he? But we've got 10 runners left, so all these 10 runners will get points then, won't they? In the IRC Super Cup, as currently then. I'm hoping that I can still see some of the championship standards, really, because I'm hoping the championships, because I think that they've all been wiped, haven't they? So yeah, it might be a bit difficult for me to figure out who's won the cup. But you can see then they're all coming up through the castle section now, and now this is where it gets very deadly indeed around here, doesn't it? It's this is can be. Oh, well, we'll come on that to me, because look at this run board, not that bad. He's gaining. Physico is parked his car in the middle there. Physico's got the fast on the race. He's got a very slippery car there. Not that bad, goes on the outside. Physico there just does an beautiful textbook switch back there, but Physico's got a very slippery car, hasn't he? No, Armstrong's got too much of a slippery car, and he's off the track at the moment, and he has gone wide into turn 1. I know what is happening in the background here. Well, we have got CEO, we've got Timmy, and we've also got IRC Racing, and not that bad. Oh my gosh, and he's through. We've got yellow flag in 1. We've got yellow flag in 1 as well. I think it's Energy Dan who's just recovered. He's gone straight on, and we've also got Matt who's in front of Armstrong as well for 3rd and 4th position, and then we've got the battle here for 7th, 8th, and 9th. As just watching then, the CEO now accelerating out there at the moment, so he is in at 7th position, making up the most positions then in this race so far. As Double and Energy Dan just keeping themselves out of trouble once again. And I thought Timmy was going to have a look there, but CEO not even flinching from his racing line now, is he? He wasn't too bothered by that at all. And now then as we're now on lap 3, then we're about halfway through this race. Physico is still hanging on one. Physico doing a very good job tonight, isn't he? He's really enjoying these sprint races, isn't he? Unfortunately, the guys that aren't at the moment, Jonathan Cox out, Roscoe out. Hopefully Roscoe will be back in a minute, and Dave out as well. So those are 3 tires. A lovely shot of the castle section here. Beautiful stuff. Fantastic. As now then, not that bad. It's not trying to stretch his legs. It's 2 seconds. The gap is at the front. As Stio is still under the cosh, isn't he? On Timmy, and not that bad. Also sets a fast on race. Oh, they're someone off in front. I think that's Energy Dan, isn't it? It is Energy Dan. He is. I think. Oh, he's lost the front wing. Energy Dan, that's of course in that Minardi-esque livery. Even though it looks nothing like a Minardi on the side view, but when you was head, oh my gosh! And Stio had to take a run and poison action there. And now they're swarming Energy Dan like a pack of wolves. And they is Energy Dan is. I think he's coming in the pits. And I don't think these guys are following. They just want his slipstream, don't they? Oh, Energy Dan is. Look, there's a train of cars. It's a train of cars. It's like a trolley train, but much quicker. On Energy Dan is Ghost. Oh my gosh, he's gone flying off there. I thought that was going to be an airplane crash there. And Energy Dan is out. I'm not even sure what happened there. And you can see then, but the battle resumes then. It's now for 6th position. Double is just 5 seconds up the road at the moment. So we've got yellow flag fluttering out there at the moment. That is for Energy Dan's car going flying off into turn 1, and Oh no, oh, I really thought that was going to be a horrific accident indeed then. So yeah, double big props to him at the moment once again. And Matt, 5 positions for Matt from up into 3rd position. Double up into 5th position. And you can see them coming through the chicane into complete the first sector. You can see, look at that, on the right hand side of the screen there is the start and finish straight, even though it's not at that point of the circuit. It's not really much of a straight, is it? Some long curbs there, isn't it? Now into the castle section. Oh no, he's in! And look, Stio! Oh, Stio's out! Timmy's out! And yeah, you can see that of course Ghostin is off the ear, isn't it? And that's what happens when Ghostin's off. And so Stio is out of the race, and look, Snap is coming up as well. There's yellow flags like that. Oh, and Snap's gone into Stio. Unfortunately, that's what happens in the castle section, isn't it? Where you're so close, and that's a oh, Are You Racing's out? Are You Racing's out as well? So just on board Snap then. Of course, the winner in Australia is what's going on here then. We're just on board with Snap and just taking a look to see where the yellow flags are. I think he's just parked the car, isn't he? Are You Racing has? Because yeah, look, he's not in a position where he looks like he's damaged the car. So yeah, that's unfortunate for Are You Racing then. So they've all got spread out now, and I told you that Azerbaijan was going to be one hell of a race, wasn't it? It absolutely was, wasn't it? Carnage galore. And look, there's Snap now just coming through the long straight now then. So not that bad. It's now going to win 2 out of 2, and now he is starting. Now this is round 4. There's 8 races around here tonight. We're halfway through after this race. He has now got 1 finger on the Super Cup, hasn't he? Not that bad, isn't he? Because China was an absolutely fantastic textbook drive, wasn't it? And then here in Azerbaijan, he really has just avoided the incident, and he has done a fantastic job, hasn't he? Coming down it into turn 16, as you can see now with a long blast up into the finish line now, and Snap is in the pit, so he's just coming out of the pits now, and then Not That Bad then is now accelerating up to the line. And he is going to win. This is his second, so he's the first man of the Super Cup to win 2 races here tonight, and he has done it back to back in China and in Baku. He wins Azerbaijan, and he also gets fast lap as well. Physico, once again, he is showing some consistency here tonight, isn't he? He's really keeping out of trouble. He is second once again. Matt will come through to finish third in the end. A good drive here from Matt as well. Of course, he was in 8th, wasn't he, after the first lap or two. Asdog might be disappointed in that, because he all went pear-shaped, didn't it, from the off the start grid, where I'm not sure if he I think he clipped the inside wall there, and unfortunately it just was a bit difficult from then on. But he's 4th. Coming through in 5th position is look at that, the car is spotless on double. Amazing stuff as he comes through to finish 5th, but he is all of ours there, so really pushing to the line then. And now just on board Snapland, is he got through to finish 6th, and he's almost somehow the wheels have on the straight and narrow just about, and he's now coming through to finish 6th. Of course, the winner in Australia, and that's the wing gone flying off there. And of course, so he's about to finish that. Also, talking of an orange car, Arrows had an orange car, didn't it? I think Arrows, I can't believe I forgot about the Arrows team. One of my favourite F1 teams, Arrows were. Yeah, they had a lush car, didn't they? In between 2001 and 2, when they were sponsored by the Orange phone network, wasn't they? I love the cars back then. And of course, yeah, unfortunately they had to fold, didn't they, after France 2002? Well, they didn't really take part in the race. Did they take part in the race? I think they didn't get in, because the 107% run done, and Snap there having a smash in time into the pits. So yeah, so Physico, he's loving it. Look at him. He's loving his consistency here tonight. Physico is really showing off some of that skill, which is absolutely fantastic stuff. As we're going to skip the podium celebrations, because all we're concerned about is the finishing order. You can see not that bad there. 2 wins out of 4 races now. He has got 1 finger on that Super Cup. Physico is 2nd. 3rd position Matt Asdog 4th. 5th position is double. That is the only classifications from Baku. Standard, really, isn't it? Really, for Baku, we always lose over half the grid. Snap with 6th. Are You Racing 7th. Timmy 8th and CEO 9th. Timmy and CEO had a big old shunt in the castle section, didn't they? Angie Dan 10th position. I don't know how that wasn't an airplane crash. I really thought that was going to be horrific. Dave 11th, Roscoe 12th, and Jonathan Cox unfortunately hasn't well, since Baku he hasn't scored a point, has he? That isn't too long ago. When that's about 15 minutes ago. So yeah, time does move on quite a lot. As And Matt just messaged, unfortunately, yeah, the scores are a little messed up at the moment, so yeah, I'm going to have to wing it. Let me have a quick look to see what was going on. Let me see if I can reverse time, which is absolutely no, can I? Yes, I can. Brilliant. Let's just take a. I'm just going to quickly see if I can quickly find the. Oh dear. I don't hear my voice. Just quickly have a look to see what the scores are after China. The scores on the doors. Just taking. So we're now into Spain then we're now into Spain then, of course, for the first European leg of this Super Cup, and just taking a look then. So I'm just having a quick look to see what the scores are as we're getting into the race session. So whilst I was doing that, let me just sort myself out. Yeah, so Spain in a very technical race, isn't it? Spain, I think the news earlier, wasn't it, about Spain was actually now staying on the calendar, wasn't there? There's a lot of rumours that of course Zandvoort was going to be the replacement, wasn't it? But no, it's not. It's Baku. Sorry, not Baku. Spain also stays on there as well. As I am just having a quick look. Let me just. I'm just trying to get the scores on the doors at the moment. So not bad, getting 2 wins out of 2 there, which is absolutely fantastic for him, wasn't it? Really is. So yeah, not that bad. So I'm really starting to get a firm grip on this cup. As we're just waiting for the drivers to get themselves going, and then we'll be going as well. Yeah, absolutely fantastic so far. I'd like to hear what your opinions are. What is your favourite race so far, or hasn't your favourite race happened yet? To be honest, I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens in Monaco. It's going to be pretty epic out there, isn't it? Anyway, enough about Monaco, because it's now about the race here in Spain. Let's go! And here we go then. Another bad one to get up pole position. He is having to defend from Physico. It's becoming the cup is between Physico and not a bad one. Physico's going on the outside. He is on the outside. As we got the two orange arrows there fighting for 4th and 5th position. But we've got Jonathan Cox there. Double, and Matt's on the inside of double. And you can see Matt is on the inside. He's going to go up in the 7th position there. And it's a double there. It's down to 8th, Steve 9th for 10th position. Are you racing there? Timmy 11th for 12th position. Double there is dropping down. He's struggling at the moment to get the grip going. And Dave very cruising at the back of the road. And penalty there for energy down. No, then. That's a green card right off the track. Jonathan Cox has gone into the wall. Jonathan Cox is in the wall, and I think Jonathan Cox went wide and unfortunately damaged it, and because of that, and that is 3 races in a row now for Jonathan Cox. He won in Baku, and then since Baku won in Bahrain, and since then it's all gone wrong. And Dave somehow, and look, Matt's gone off the track as well. Jonathan Cox is oh my gosh, and there was contact between Dave and Matt as well as Matt's going to go on the outside there. Dave is keeping the inside line there. So I think a bit of gesturing going on there, a bit of gesture. But enough about that, because look, not that bad is right, and Matt is out of the race as well, and Davis as well. So oh dear, I wonder what happened there. And look, not that bad. It's all over the back of Fizco's all over the back. And look, he's gaining. Fizco could be going for the first one in the cup here tonight. He's going to go on the outside, then coming down to turn 1. Not that bad. He's defending the inside, but look, there's Alston there. Fizco, fantastic racing. He is through and up into 1st position. He leads here in Barcelona. Not bad, it's down to 2nd at the moment. 3rd position is Aztog. Aztog is a bit of lag there from not that bad. Stopping 4th position then, so stop there, back at the sharp end, and not that bad. Having a look. Oh my gosh, there's all sorts of lag going on there, and oh my gosh, I was behind the pillar then. I really thought that they was going to crash into each other. Edgy Dan is 5th, Ari Racing is 6th, Timmy 7th, Steve 8th, and a double unfortunately has had a bit of double trouble out there, hasn't he? Because I think he got caught up in a couple of collisions there, didn't he? Possibly. And but in the background, lovely shot here. Look, energy down there. Look at the look. He's on the outside. That's right. And energy down there. Look, giving him a good old squeeze there, isn't he? There is absolutely no quarter being asked or given here. Fantastic. And now he's going to go on the inside, is he? Into the chicane. Nope, not yet. Energy down there, keeping a firm grip then on the Physico has now got a 6/10 per second lead at the moment. DRS is not available yet. It will be available at the end of this lap. So you can see then, top 4 a bit static at the moment, but there's anything but behind though, isn't it? Look at this, Timmy there has got past up. Are you racing there? And Energy Dan skimming the squeeze, but that's about it, isn't it? As this is brilliant racing, isn't it? It's brutal as well. I'm loving it. Absolutely great. Of course, remember this is a fighting for the cup. This is so it's kind of like knockout football, isn't it? It's all or nothing here for one night only. And an Energy Dan, he's gone into the back of Energy Dan, and Tim did a good job there actually to slow the car down, because you lose downforce when you get beyond the car so close. Batter hit the front then, and you can see then we've got the 2 arrows in the background there of Asdog and Snap battling away. Of course, in the orange cars on board, not that bad. He has had 2 wins in the last 4 races now, and he is going for win number 3, and he's going to go on the outside. Physico is on the inside. He's parked his car beautifully well. Physico has. He is doing a great job tonight. Physico is, and I really applaud Physico's efforts here. He's loving it, isn't he, tonight? Asdog and Snap have done really well as well, but they need to now start to think about consistency if they want to catch Not That Bad. Not That Bad is really turning into lovely shot of the front wing here. Absolutely stellar stuff on board then with as he's now coming through the final corner then. Not That Bad then, it's on lap 4 then. He is not far away from win number 3 out of 5. RU Racing is gaining on Snap then, so Snap is going to be looking in his mirrors, but I think he ain't going to be looking in his mirrors yet, because he's gone on the outside. Look, he's done it. That's a great move from Snap. That is an amazing move from Snap. That is absolutely phenomenal stuff from Snap. Brilliantly done. I'm loving that. Great stuff indeed. And I was saying that Snap might be looking in his mirrors. He wasn't looking in his mirrors at all, is he? He was all about going forward there. Absolutely brilliant from Snap. And he's back on the podium. Of course, after Australia, it's been a bit difficult so far, isn't it? Yellow flag in 2, and why is that? I'm not sure what that is, to be honest. I think Steve has dropped down, hasn't he? In the white and turquoise car at the moment, on board with Steve at the moment. And he is just hunting down Energy down at the moment. I think Timmy's moved up into up in front of him as well now, in the purple Simtech there. Timmy is, and he is very well there as look at that. Steve is all over the back of the minority of Energy Dan, and look at this. He closes the door. That's quietly closing the door there from Energy Dan. Brutal stuff. He chops the front wing off at Steve, and he is through. And oh no! Oh dear! And it's all gone a bit. It's got a bit too brutal, hasn't it, out there? And Not That Bad is now really he's well, at the moment he's still got 3 tenths of a second. Physical once again shows he's got a really quick car, hasn't he? 10 seconds to go for Steve. RU Racing is now in front of Asdog. Asdog is really struggling. I think his wing damage wrong. RU Racing is really picking his spots now. Up the road next is Snap. Snap then, who had an absolute monstrous move. Is that really a word? I don't know. I've made it up now. Absolutely stunning move on Asdog on the outside there. Brilliant stuff for deep and Snap. I'm absolutely he's absolutely amazed by that. And now then we're on board then with Not That Bad. Then he is coming through. He's got a yellow flag there. I think it's Stio who's had a couple of issues in sector 1. Not That Bad. Is this going to be 3 out of 3 then? It looks like it. Physico doesn't have an answer to it, but again, Physico is matching him stride for stride. It is just he's just missing that slight bit of performance over Not That Bad. But he is matching him stride for stride, isn't he? I'm loving this, but these two battling. It's really nice to see, actually, isn't it? I think that this format is really showing Physico's strengths here tonight. Really good stuff. Not That Bad. 3 wins in the last 3 races. He has now got 2 fingers on the cup. Fantastic. Snap third. Are you racing this 4th? Are you racing the last part of that race was flying? Asdog 5th. Timmy coming through to finish 6th position in the purple Simtech, even though it's not a Simtech, but you know. And Double is coming through to finish 8th then. Sorry, 7th position then. So Stio and Energy Tank got a bit feisty there, didn't it? Unfortunately, Dave and Matt, I'm not sure if it got feisty there as well, but the last thing we've seen was that they were both together on track. And unfortunately, Jonathan Cox made a mistake and damaged his car earlier on as well. Jonathan Cox caused 1 bar in, but since then it's all been DNS for him, unfortunately. As Double comes across the line then. And I think I'm not sure if Not that bad got faster up there, but if my calculations are correct, bearing in mind this is a very much a rough guide. Not bad. It's on like 90 odd points then after 5 races. That's fantastic, isn't it? He's really started to, in the last 3 races, he's really started to show some determination. I think he's really, well, not determination, he just shows some speed at the moment. But yeah, brilliant stuff. Snap there on the podium, turning back on the podium after missing from there for a couple of races. And of course, remember, Snap took the first win of the Super Cup tonight. And it has been super, hasn't it? Next race, though, no, this is go. If tempers are flaring a bit in Spain, I think that it's going to all blow up. It's all going to blow up. Become Monaco, which is the next race of the Super Cup. Just taking a breather. Right then, here we go then. So now it's Monaco then. Street in Baku, they call themselves street racers, don't they? Or yeah, street racers, I think it is. What they call it. It's gonna be street fighters in Monaco, isn't it? Yeah, now then, this is going to be very tense indeed, isn't it? So Monaco then, of course, this is the shortest race on the Super Cup card tonight, isn't it? 19 turns, 2.0 miles. But tempers are going to start to flare, I reckon. Of course, we're into the final stretch of the Super Cup now. As we go to, after this race, we'll be in Canada before going to Paul Ricard, and that's also a lovely preview for the next week's races. Of course, the elite returns of having a week off here this week, but the elite boys will be back in action as they're going to take to France to sort out their battles as well, and also with the Super League will also be back in Paul Ricard as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, just seen it, and we also. And what we're most excited about in Paul Ricard, the new pit lane. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing that. I must admit, Paul Ricard is probably not one of the most popular races, is it, on the calendar? But in league racing, it's an absolute blinder to watch, isn't it? So especially through, I think, is it Cisse? No, that's a footballer, isn't it? I'll have to look up. It's the very fast corner. I think it's turn 10, isn't it, or something like that on the track map. Yeah, looking forward to seeing the action there. Just then, as we're just counting down, then as well, we're going to get into the session then, as the drivers are now starting to get themselves sorted out then. So yeah, we had a clash there, and we're now 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights here in Monaco, and it is. Go! Timmy's on pole, double alongside him, and here we go again then, and this is it then, and going into someone. Oh, double's already in the wall, and Timmy just cut in the first corner there, as they're not all through, as a day. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of debris out there, and it's fizzy. I think it's fizzy. Oh my gosh, that is all gone. Dave is again in a bit of mischief. Unfortunately, he is facing the wrong way around. Oh, not anymore. Lovely bit of have we got a safety car? No, we can't have. Oh, who's that? Oh, it's no one. It's all right. John Cox there has got some wing damage there, and oh dear, it's like 2001. Oh, and that's a very aggressive reversing there from Snap there. He took no prisoners there, did he? Are you racing there? Is thinking what happened there? It's all Phil. Well, yeah. Timmy there is cut the first corner, and Matt's out. Matt is out. Where is he? Oh my gosh! It's all gone off in the tunnel. It's all gone off in the tunnel. It is Matt and not that bad. And there's a car facing the wrong way as well, and that is Energy Dan. And oh my, and that's all right. I was like, this is not going to end well at all. And Dan doing a 3-point turn in the tunnel there, and not really advised. As Dave crawling around. Oh, he's got a puncture, Dave. This is going to. Oh no. This is going. He's going to get locked, I think, Dave. Which is this is going to cause some extra chaos out there at the moment. Timmy leads, second position CEO, as dog third. John Cox is up in the fourth. He's got no front wing. Energy Dan is out. Oh, and who's that? That's RU Racing. He is facing the wrong way to back, and he's going to. You can see, look at that full lock there. RU Racing is out of the qualifying. Is out of the race as well. Dave is. He's just got to keep going. He's going to get some almighty points, isn't he? Towards the end of this race then. So Dave just cruising in, and I think his similar looking car of Timmy's just coming through the tunnel. Now, Timmy did a very clever thing in the opening lap out there. He's got a yellow flag out there, and he can see that Dave's car is just cruising around at the moment. CEO is second, as Doug is third at the moment. And look, oh, that's a car that was already racing, and oh my gosh, he's going into the back there, and it's just about carried on. He's down his went front wing now, and unfortunately that just shows the Monaco, doesn't it? And oh my gosh, it's oh dear, and Dave there is he's just cruising, and Asdog has been taken out there. Oh dear, and Jonathan got brilliant bit of navigation there. He's having the third position with no front wing. So Asdog there unfortunately just caught Dave at the wrong part of the track there, and really it was just wrong place, wrong time really. Double's now going to be up in the fourth position there, we're just on board double. Look at the yellow flags flying out of the, and that's just for Asdog's car, who's now been removed. And Physico is now going to be back in the fifth as well. Dave finally makes it back to the pits then, albeit a lap down then. So Timmy leads at the moment. So Timmy doing a very good job from pole position. And I tell you what, this has been a war tonight, hasn't it? An absolute war. It's been fantastic. Dave in the pits then, yellow flag out there in free. What's going on? What's going on? Just taking a look. Oh, it's Are You Racing's car. Are You Racing's car is gone a bit rogue out there, hasn't it? And he's and yeah, he's just and there's Dave. Dave's coming out of the pits as well. And Are You Racing's car has finally pulled off because he retired like some laps ago, didn't he? No, Timmy then coming 3 seconds down in front of CEO. CEO damages front wing because of Dave's recovering car. Unfortunately, Dave had a puncture really. It's just the nature of Monaco. But oh, he's in the pits. Steve is. So Steve's in the pits. And I'm wondering if he spotted a gap, and because he's I wonder if he spotted a gap and he's just trying to get some pressure on now then. So Steve in the pits then, of course, on the soft compound tyres. Car 45. Then he's just having a wing change here, and he should be back out. Is he coming back out in front of Jonathan? Oh, this is going to be very tasty indeed. Jonathan with no front wing, so he will have a lot better straight line speed, I'm sure of it. His car is going to be a lot lighter, and now then he's now coming up the hill then, and now Steve coming out the pits as well. Double in fourth position, Physical in fifth. He's flying out the moment. Then we've got Snap in sixth, and Davis in seventh position. We're on board then. This is the closest action on track at the moment, albeit they're a lap apart. As John's punches on this game is absolutely brutal, isn't it? It really is. It's if you get a puncture, then it's kind of it's almost kind of it, isn't it? Really. So it can be very deadly indeed. As I hope. I think I've missed a couple of. I think I just missed a couple of comments out there. But look, Snap is all back at David as Dave is defending. Oh, look at that! I think he might have just straight up the steering wheel there, and Snap, and he's kind of. I kind of just let Snap drift into the wall there. As so this is going to be very interesting as well, isn't it? Timmy has got a 22-second lead then over Jonathan Cox. Jonathan Cox has got the wing, and Snap is just spun Dave around the low serpent, and Dave's wheel is just fallen off. So unfortunately the wheels have come off the wagon there. So that's unfortunate. That is really. I'm not really sure how the wheels fall off there. It's when the Snap's out as well. I'm gonna be honest. And look, Dave's car is parked there. I've never seen a wheel falling off a car. Dave's car must be absolutely flimsy. I think it must be made of cardboard. Snap is also out of the race as well, just on board. He has gone off at the exit of the tunnel. That's where Fernando Alonso went off back in 2004, isn't it? He was he was so miffed. I think it was Ralf Schumacher, wasn't it? He gave him the sign language for counting to one, didn't he? Anyway, back on board, Timmy Nets. He's coming through the swim pool section for the final time. Car 81 has started on pole position. That's where he wants to be. So Timmy comes around the final corner. He will win. He will be the fourth winner in the Super Cup, and he accelerates away now. And Timmy wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Fantastic. Second position then is Jonathan, but Jonathan is going to be he's in the wall there, Jonathan is, but this is going to good points, and he is somehow keeping out the wall though. And look at this, Steve's is getting on him hand over fits, coming into Rascast now then, and now he's just coming through the final couple of corners there, Jonathan is, and for Anthony knows, and he's gained 9 positions here, so well done to Jonathan, and he gets second here. The question is, what about penalties? So I'm sure Jonathan had a couple of penalties there, but it's alright because Steve's in third position, And now we have got double. Physical is pushing double, isn't he? As a double there, it's really defending there, isn't he? This is CEO is sorry, Physical is absolutely gaining with Marshall. It's a double gets fourth, just about. It's a dead heat, almost a dead heat in the end there, isn't it? So Physical then finished fifth in the end. I can't believe that Dave's wheel came off after, which that is probably one of the slowest fatal crashes for a car that I've ever seen. It literally just touched the wall and the wheel fell off. That was just spectacular. I don't think Dave would be saying it's spectacular at all, but that was a cracking race, wasn't it? We got 2 more rounds to go though of the IRC Super Cup. I must admit I've forgotten the mass, but I think that not that bad. It's still got command and lead at the moment. Of course, he won 3 races. He won China, Azerbaijan, and Spain as well. Of course, Jonathan Cox won in Bahrain in fantastic style. Snap won in Australia, and Timmy is our 4th winner here in the Super Cup, and a fantastic drive as well from Timmy. Really did a very clever thing by making sure that he wasn't going to get attacked in turn 1. He cut the corner, didn't he, in turn 1? So very, very clever indeed. As we're just counted down then on the championship, then not that bad. It's leading by 6 points, but that is don't think that is the case. I don't think. Let's just because I think he had 39 points, didn't he, before the points disappeared on us. So what has he got now? You were 91. So that's my very rough maths. So yeah, so at the moment not that bad. Does have 91 points. I really should add up everyone else's really. Anyway, now let's go to Canada. Of course, Canada will be fresh in everyone's minds, don't they? Because that was the race we had last week, wasn't it? Good old battle, wasn't it, up and down the field in the Elite League and the Super League as well. Of course, Canada, Montreal, 14 turns. This track is very brutal and go track limits, but I don't think track limits might be an issue depending on how hard they race each other. 2.7 miles as we're now on the other side of the pond, didn't we? So this is the second last race at the moment. Not that bad. It's got a command and lead, but there's still 52 points up for grabs at the moment. As oh dear, my phone's about to die. But oh well. I don't need the phone anyway. The only reason I have the phone is just to read the comments. And to be honest, there hasn't been much comments here tonight because this has been action-packed. We wasn't expecting many comments. We was just expecting this to be fast-paced, and that's exactly what it's been. It's been a lot of fun as well. I think it's been also. It can be very frustrating at times as well. Oh no, I have loved some of these moves. It's been brilliant stuff, isn't it? You don't see some of these moves in league racing, but tonight is basically about cup. It's just about cup racing, which cup racing is a lot different to league racing. Of course, league racing is a marathon over the course of the season with where you have a lot of laps. You got a strategy and all sorts of rules. Cup racing is just basically about it's basically really a knockout format, really, literally, where you need to finish as high as possible, don't you? Really, it's you've got 5 laps, haven't you, in each race to try and get as many points as possible. That is what these guys are doing out here tonight. It's not about the long game here. It's about who's going to win at the IRC Cup. At the moment, not that bad. Is looking he's looking very short now. And so here we go then. We got 3 sets of lights, we got 4, we got 5, and we'll be racing in Montreal now. Yes, it is now. And here we go again then. And Dave was on pole position and then already kind of cross out. Oh my gosh, we've had an instant right at the back, and I'm not even sure how that's happened, but Physico and Stevio and someone else come together. And so Dave leads. Second position is Andy Dam. Third is Alstock. We've got fourth position. Are you racing? Timmy is dropping down a couple of position. And snap. Oh, Jonathan Cooks has not got into the first wall of champions. Oh no, another outing. Look at Jonathan Cox there. I thought he's going to have a lunch there. Not quite there. Are you racing there? Timmy's on the outside of Are You Racing. Oh, fantastic stuff. But no, with Timmy ain't having that, is he? Brilliant. No, sorry, Are You Racing having that? He is back on the inside then as they come down to turn 9 at the moment. And Timmy, oh my gosh, and I think that was a big old nuts there. He's got a puncture. So the second Simtech Leica Monaco's got a puncture Dave's car is more blue really than purple, isn't it? Unfortunately though, Timmy has got a damaged puncture, and now we're going to have a drag race between Number Bad and Matt for 7th and 8th position. Are You Racing is also in front as well. And look here again then, as we come down into the wall of champions, we've already seen We've already seen one car in the mini war champions, and that was Jonathan. Is Jonathan coming in the pits? He is coming in the pits. So is Matt in the pits as well. As 5 second penalty, 2 second penalty there for cutting the corner. I'm not really sure how Jonathan's done that. I don't think that was warranted really. Dave leads the Canadian Grand Prix at the moment. Second position is Energy Dan. Energy Dan at the moment is now got to defend heavily against Asdog. Snap is in third position. He's starting to really come into the zone again. Now we've got the two guys that are battling for the cup, haven't we, at the moment? Physico and not a bad battling tooth and nail out there. Fantastic stuff in 67th position, but not a bad there. Is just hugging the inside, and Physico is going on the outside. No, not quite there, because not a bad slams the door, and of course he's got every right to do that, of course, because he had the race in line. And now then now Physico is back on board. Physico is going to have a look into turn 9, is he? Oh, just a bit of a nudge on the rear wheel there. Oh, he's got a puncture. He's got a puncture as well. Physico has. This is incredible. What is going on with these cars tonight? So we've had the 2 punctures in this race. We had a puncture in the last race as well, and of course I think Matt had a puncture as well, didn't he, in Monaco? So yeah, it's all sorts going on tonight. Well, Matt had a puncture in the actual Super League, didn't he? So really, it's all going off tonight. And yeah, so Physico, I think that's the end of his cup dream for tonight, unfortunately. And I think that so that's a big blow for Physico. Then he's had a great day today, hasn't he? Dave is having a superb race, so isn't he? He's had a difficult race, hasn't he? But he's had a difficult evening, but now he is now starting to come in his own. And then we've got both Asdog and Snap once again. The two orange cars are side by side. I think the 2 orange cars have been quite close to each other on a number of occasions, haven't we? Now we've got a good old battle for second and third at the moment. Energy Dan, of course, was really showing some pace, wasn't he, in this race last week? He was looking phenomenal, wasn't he? I didn't give him enough credit, did I? Because I said that he was looking very good in the wet, but not in the wet as well. In the dry, he was phenomenal. Unfortunately, the race didn't end the way he wanted it to, but he certainly has really given himself a very. He's really starting to push himself up further the grid, hasn't he? And hopefully he can carry on with the same way. And there is a bit of damage there. I'm not sure. I think that was Astor went to the back of Energy Dan. David's now got a 3.4 lead. The thing with Dave is that when Dave is out in front, he's almost unstoppable, isn't he? I said that earlier on. I think I can't remember who it was now. Was that? But and look, we'll come out of the make because all the ball is up the inside. He is through, and up into 5th position then. And now then he's now got DRS as well then. So what's RE Racing going to do? RE Racing down the look, but not quite. And Energy dies through, and that's snapping. Astor also battling for position as well. Once again, then the 2 arrows are fighting each other. They're not arrows, but yeah, they're orange, aren't they? And then, to be honest, the future is bright, isn't it? It's been absolutely phenomenal stuff, isn't it? The future's definitely bright for IRC at the moment because these battles. Oh no! And Snap there through. He is forcing his way through, but Astor is not giving up there. Oh no! And that's not a bad. Oh my gosh! That's a huge hit. And the arrows are in each other, and Asdog is out. Snap is almost out. And who is that? Oh, that's Asdog as well. I thought that was double. It was just part behind them then. And Jonathan and Matt is having a good old scrap as well. And of course, there's no ghost. And look at this, the cars are right in the middle. No, my God! He's gone into the back of Asdog. I think it was Asdog or not that bad. Physico just about navigates his way through. Timmy is now coming up to the action zone as well. Oh my gosh. So then lap 5 and of course Dave is on the final lap, the final tour of Canada. Not that bad. It's navigated his way through the chaos there, and he is now in 4th position then. I think, if my maths is correct, he'll be the winner of the cup, I think, as we're coming into the final race. Before getting to the final race, I think that's a very rough guess, and I'm probably completely wrong, but I'm sure he will win the cup if he finishes where he is at the moment. And to be honest, I've probably got completely wrong, and actually it's someone else's one. Anyway, on board Dave, and Dave's had a tricky night in terms of cup racing, hasn't he? But today he is but as I said, when he's out in front, he is definitely Vettel-esque, isn't he? And I think I have said that before. I can't remember if it was Jonathan Cox I said that about in Bahrain. But yeah, not that bad as well. It's also very strong when we've got some very strong drivers, haven't we? Especially when they're leading, they are unstoppable, isn't he? Because there's 3-4 drivers who I've already said in that incident. Dave comes around the final corner and he is going to win the Canadian Grand Prix, and look at him, he's loving it. Fantastic. So Dave, and he's and just making, he's marking his territory as well. Energy Dan is second. Once again, Energy Dan showing some good form around here, isn't he? Are you racing this third? I think not that bad. Would be the cup winner. I think he's won the IRC Super Cup. He is fourth for the moment. I'm waiting for the comments to say I'm completely wrong. Not that double finishes fifth. Jonathan Cox then in sixth position. Then seventh position is at Physico, and eighth position is Timmy. So that is the end of the race. But oh my gosh, I thought Physico was going to the back with that. As Timmy there just cruising across the line as well. Well, that was a good old cracker race, wasn't it? A huge smash then between Snap and Asdog. And Matt, unsighted, wasn't he? I think he was under the rear wing of Jonathan Cox there, wasn't he? And he didn't see it till the last minute. That's what ghostings off, you see. It's to honestly, it can be very brutal at times, and I think that was a bit of a brutal impact. So there it was then. So that's the final classification then at the moment. Not that bad is now on. Is now on 64 points. He is now on 103 points now. I must admit, I've only been cute. I can't really add anyone else up really, but yeah, I think not that bad though. Has almost certainly, I would say, have won the cup. So and is this a future premonition of what's going to happen in the IRC Super League? Because not that bad moment. It's got a commanding lead, but even though it may look like it on paper, but it's been anything but. Not that bad. It's had to fight tooth and nail to get every point he has in the Super League, hasn't he? So and he's just had different challenges, hasn't he? Really, it's been we of course had Dave and Monaco. We've had Asdog and Roscoe battling him as well in Australia, and then the early part of the races. And Dave just said he's won a race, he's happy. So so absolutely good stuff indeed. Then so now we're on the final race, and of course we haven't actually had this race yet in any Elite or Super, which we will have next week, of course, next Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, then it's 15 turns around around this test track. As you can see, it's very elongated, isn't it? So it's very stretched out, isn't it? It's 15 turns around here. I'm hoping we get to see a new pit lane in action. Really looking forward to that. 3.6 miles long. Of course, Bottas has got the fastest out of the race course as France only returned last season, didn't it, in 2018? Because it's been off the calendar for about 10 years, wasn't it? 2008 was the last race, wasn't it? Where I think Jarno Trulli had an absolutely epic race for Toyota, didn't he? And he got third, I think, in the end for Toyota. And that was very apt as well. As you can see, you can see the screenshot, the screenshots are showing the I think it's showing off the new pit entry there. So fantastic. And you see that now, so just getting ready then. So this is the final race then of the IRC Cup. I hope you enjoyed this. This has been absolutely frantic stuff, isn't it? Really, really good as well. And it's been to be honest, if you do like a bit of like elbows out racing, then this is definitely the format that you would like, won't it? Of course. So hopefully we get to see this again later on down the season as well. Maybe a season ending event or something like that. But I'll definitely be up for this again, because this has been absolutely superb, hasn't it? Really good stuff. I'm loving this absolute course. We get all sorts of racing, don't we? And on pole position, I think it's Asdog. We got 4, 5, and we'll be going France. It is go, and here we go. And once again, then it is Asdog on pole position, and then once again Asdog and Snapper together. And whoa, we got all sorts going on in the background. That is, oh my gosh! And I'm not even sure what was going on there. And we've got all sorts of penalties, all sorts of cars going everywhere. Dave is full for this. Jonathan Cox is like, oh my gosh, Jonathan Cox is having a good old load. Oh my gosh! And Jonathan Cox there. Oh my gosh, that's a car off. That's Timmy off. Timmy's off, and Dave is going on the other side of the mountain. Jonathan Cox there on the inside. He's muscling his way through. He does it. Jonathan Cox doesn't worry about convention, does he? And Snap's gone off as well. And Jonathan Cox is now leading the French Grand Prix, and that is a bit of polystyrene that is flown off into the crowd. And now then, Snap then is gaining. And look who's alongside him. Are you racing? He's through. He's through, and up into second position. Snap for Dave is fourth, but oh, and that's Matt. That's Matt off the track, and he's facing the wrong way. Double is up into that position, and Now we're watching Timmy. I think as a not that bad. Who I think is the cup winner is in 7th position at the moment. We got Dave, who's battling at the moment. We've also got Timmy, who's just forced his way through, and I think the polystyrene boards around here. Oh my gosh, this is getting very, very dicey indeed, isn't it? It's like, oh, there's 3. Oh, look, there's. Oh no! Oh my gosh! And there's a big old crash. Dave and Matt have once again, and Matt's gone to the wrong part of the track there. He's gone to the complete wrong configuration there as they're coming through there. And we're going to see. Oh, we get to see a new pit lane in action. Brilliant stuff, and not that bad. It's the one to show us it. Oh, look at this. This is absolutely mesmerising stuff. So now then. Not that bad as in the pits, and to be honest, I'm a happy man. Anyway, but I'm going to be even happier now because IRC Racing and Jonathan Cox are battling for position and for 2nd and 3rd at the moment. And sorry, for 1st and 2nd, I should say. So I'm making up as I go along at the moment. Energy Down doing a good job once again in 3rd position, isn't he? So Jonathan Cox is aiming for his 2nd win of the Cup. IRC Racing is aiming for his 1st win of the Cup. That's the question then. Who is going to be our next winner then? We've had some great winners, haven't we? So I think we've had 5 winners in total. We've had Snap won Australia. Bahrain was this man Jonathan Cox. Then we had then not that bad, had a monopoly of race wins in China, Baku, and of course Spain. And then we had Dave. No, we didn't have Dave. Then we had Timmy, who won in Monaco. Then Dave won in Canada. Now it's IRC Racing and Jonathan battling at the front. And then we've got Steve and Energy Down battling for the final podium. And we've also got Double and Timmy also battling. Is he going to have a lunge? I thought he's going to have a lunge. And incredible stuff. And he has on a lunge. He has on a lunge. Energy Down there, getting his elbows out there as he was not letting this first position go to waste at the moment. Let's see, as we're counting down to the end of this incredible cup. Absolutely fantastic stuff. As here in Paul Ricard at the moment, as you can see them coming around there to clear. And IRC Racing set the fast lap racing. He is now starting to stretch his leg over to Jonathan Cox on lap 3 out of 5. Not bad is through and in front of Snap, so he's on 4 points. Then not bad is Snap. Then of course the first race winner of tonight's event. Then Double is starting to really cause some trouble for Timmy at the moment. He's at 5/10 of a second back about. We're keeping on that in a minute. So then I think we're keeping on that now. So back on board Double. Timmy's gone wide. Double's going to go on the inside here. Look at this. They're going wheel to wheel then as they come down. Oh, and Double there. It's not. He look at that. Timmy's missed his breaking point now. Double knew about it, and now he's just positioning up. Look at him. He's just setting him up. He knows that he knows Timmy's in trouble, and Double knows that he has got a car which is not damaged at all. So he can now stretch his legs. And look at this. And he go on the straight end. He's gaining. He's in the slipstream now. Look at this. And whoa, Energy Down. And Steve is also battling as well. And we got Jonathan Cox as well. But we'll worry about that in a minute because Timmy is now. Look where. And Double there. As I think I'm wondering if Timmy's got a lot of. Oh, he's just touched the back area, Timmy. I wonder if Timmy's got a very slippery car, hasn't he? And I think that's where Double might have to get him into the corners here. And let's see then. Oh, look at that. That is definitely what it is. Double's got a lot more downforce on that car. So, yeah, he's just got to bide his time. Is he going to go up and under? He is. Timmy there's on the inside there. Double's having a look. He's going for it. He's through. But Timmy's trying to go on the outside of the road. And this is great racing. Double's going to go on the outside again. Where is he? Look. And and Double there. There he is. We're back on board. Double then is this is brilliant racing. Fantastic stuff. Oh, lovely shot here from over the shoulder of Double's perspective at the moment. Timmy is doing a good job of defending, isn't he? He's got a very quick car, and in the corners he's placing it absolutely beautifully. Double's all over the buzz, all over him though, isn't he? And it's only a matter of time, but unfortunately for Double, he's only got 2 more laps. Back, and you can see then Double there is once again gaining. He's keeping in slipstream now. He's hovering out. He's having a look. And oh, that is a cracking move there. He is through and up into 6th position. And Double there set him up beautifully there, didn't he? He is a very measured driver, isn't he? Double is brilliant stuff. He is up into 6th position then. Battle the lead then. IRC Racing. He is aiming to win this race, and of course he's been there or thereabouts, hasn't he? In the pink and black car, isn't it? So yeah, Sean, it's a similar. Oh! Jonathan Cox has gone to the track. What's happening there? Jonathan Cox has had a problem, and Steve actually cut the corner. I think he's cut the corner, hasn't he? And he's really gaining the advantage there. I was just about to say, IRC Racing, of course, in the colours of the Hart family, of course. If anyone watches wrestling, then yeah, you'll get that. And Steve. Oh! Oh my gosh, he has gone into him, and stay there. It's gone into IE Racing. It's cost IE Racing perhaps the victory, and Jonathan Cox is back in the lead. Then he's going to go for 2 wins in this cup here tonight. And Energy Dan is now second. Asdog is third. Double is in. It's going to be up in the 4th position there. Look at this. He stretches his legs over Timmy now. Of course, Double does it. And got the slipperiest car, has he? I think he's definitely gone for more downforce around here, and that's really helped him get by, hasn't it? Because he kept himself in the zone, didn't he, of a Timmy, and he got by there. But he's 4th, 5th is 6th, and not a bad 5th is Timmy, not a bad 6th. Physico 7th, and look at the Devil. That was an awful accident, wasn't it? Snap is now 7th to 8th. Not that bad then. I think it's the cup winner now. Jonathan Cox then, as he is on the final tour of the France then, as he is now on the back straight. Wow, not a bad. Also got the fast lap of the race then, as really it's been absolute fun then. I've really enjoyed this tonight, hasn't it? It's been immense, hasn't it? It's been I don't tell you what, no ghosts tonight. I've forgotten how much fun it is to watch when there's no ghosts on. I don't think the drivers are going to agree with me on that one, though, I must say. Of course, that awful crash in the Canada. Unfortunately, Matt was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and absolutely went to the back of I think it was Snap, wasn't it? An awful crash that was. Of course, he had in Monaco as well, where probably Ghosts probably should be at the preview, wasn't it? And unfortunately, that cost Asdog, didn't it? Because Dave was recovering in his car. And now Jonathan Cox won in Bahrain, and then he had a string of DNFs, which probably cost him a cup run here tonight. But he is definitely one to think about, isn't he? Of course, Jonathan Cox has always been a threat, hasn't he, in the IRC division. But he comes through and he wins the French Grand Prix. That's his 2nd cup win tonight here, and good stuff indeed. Absolutely fine stuff. 2nd edition is Energy Dan, and Energy Dan there really look forward to what Energy Dan can do next race. Asdog is in 3rd position. 4th position is Double, and I think Double is going to be very. We've got a yellow flag out there. What's going on out there at the moment? Oh, Double's sorry, not that bad. Off he's took a trip. Double is finishes 4th position. Good stuff from Double. 5th position is Timmy. 6th position is Physico. 7th position is not that bad. I think he is the cup winner. That's unofficial because my master's awful, but he's up in the 6th. He's in front of Fizzy, who had a couple of penalties. Snap finishes 8th. Of course, he was the first cup winner tonight, wasn't he, in Australia? Fantastic for Snap. But Jonathan Cox is the final winner here tonight, and the man who is going to lift the cup is this man here. Not that bad. And I tell you what, his performances tonight wasn't that bad, was it? I think I'm allowed that one. Yeah. Brilliant stuff indeed. As yeah, I was absolutely phenomenal. Just taking a quick look to see what's going on in the oh dear, I can't because my phone's died. Excellent stuff. As this is very unprofessional of me. So here is the cup winner. It is not bad, and Snap there, just enjoying life, isn't he? Which I tell you, he had a very good Australian win, didn't he? And he's just doing a couple of donuts, I think. Not bad then. Has won the cup here tonight. So cup racing has been phenomenal. It really has. I've really enjoyed this one. I hope you all have it at home as well. And Snap is now the man that we're waiting on. This is about to finish the cup for us, and he does. Wow, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I love that, start to finish, excellent stuff. Towards the end it got a bit wild, didn't it? As we said, all sorts of I must say, Jonathan Cox has probably got the best race suit, hasn't he? Fantastic. We had all sorts of wild lunges there, and I'm liking these multiplayer cars as well. Great stuff indeed, isn't it? A bit of a throwback to some of the yesteryears, as when you from certain angles, I think from certain angles you've seen that it looked like It looked like old cars, didn't it? Like, of course, Timmy's looked like the old Simtech, didn't it? Which really took me back. Energy Dan looked like the old Minardi, didn't it? So at the end of that, then it was Jonathan Cox who was top of the tree. Energy Dan. So I'm looking forward to see what Energy Dan can do, because all of a sudden he is really starting to become a bit of a dark horse, isn't he? Of course, and that's both Ferrari drivers, first and second, of course, in the original season now. So maybe Ferrari are going to be the team to beat in the second half of the season. And as dog third, fourth position double, Timmy, and not that bad, fifth and sixth. Seventh position Physico, eighth is Snap, ninth CEO, 10th IRC Racing, and I think that not that bad is the IRC Super Cup winner, but that is very, very unofficial. And we now have Matt and Steve joining the party. Matt, talk. Well, I usually say talk us through your race, but talk us through your evening of action-packed race, action-packed races. Where'd you start?
I'm gonna cap it off by playing this short video.
Yeah, you'll get that. And Steve, oh my gosh, he has gone into him, and Steve there, he's got to try racing.
What was that, me? Awful.
Oh mate, what a laugh we were tonight.
That's been good fun tonight. That has been really good fun.
It was tough.
Cheers for
it was meant.
I've lost
A night away from the norm, and it was brilliant. Everybody's had a laugh.
It was fantastic, except for Ross rage quitting after race 2 or 3.
Yeah. Shame on you, Ross.
Shame on you, Ross. Yeah, Ross, where are you? Don't give us baby excuses. No baby excuses.
How was it for you, Sean?
I tell you what, intense is the word that comes to mind. Absolutely mega stuff. Yeah, I think I was saying in the stream that I think we need to do this again, because it was absolutely mesmerising. I'm not sure who won the cup, to be honest.
Every week.
Oh, excellent! Also, that'd be really good, actually, definitely. So, highlights from all you guys said. Let's start with you, Matt. What was your highlight of tonight? Can you pick one?
Dave deliberately taking Asdog out at Monaco.
Didn't. I had a puncher. I wasn't cruising. I had a puncher.
Matt Stream says otherwise.
I think Matt's best point of the night was like resetting the point system.
Matt messed it all up.
Yeah, that's his highlight of the evening. Linking my first victory. Thank you, Matt, for that.
I was going to say, we definitely know what Snap's highlight was. That was a fantastic drive in Australia.
I think
brilliant.
That'd be mine as well. Yeah,
Dave won Canada, that's probably his highlight.
Yeah, I didn't finish the first 5 races, I don't think, so yeah, Canada was a highlight.
A quick question in Spain.
I did the other way around.
A quick question in Spain. Did you two take each other out, Matt and Dave? Because I seen you two together. I'm not sure what was going on, so I left you two, and then next time you were both out of the race.
Where was that? Yeah,
Spain,
Monaco.
I think it was.
Spain.
Oh, Spain, yeah,
Spain, Monaco,
it's a love-hate relationship. I mean love-hate relationship. Dave loves to hit me.
Brilliant.
We had a good blue flag battle in the Monaco Turbo Day.
Oh, that was amazing. Your wheel just fell off, and I was like, oh.
And that was that. I don't know what the championship standings were. Who even won?
I don't have a clue.
What happened in France? Did you think Not That Bad ghosted through me at the start of France and then rejoined and just called carnage? There's a massive pile-up at turn 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It just looked like a lunge from a black and white car. I'm not going to say any names. I think it was not that bad.
Dirty.
I'm not going to say any names. He's not going to say any names at the end, but at the beginning of tonight, he was like, I really want Snap to win this race, but I shouldn't say that. Hey.
Oh dear.
Don't get any splinters from sitting on that fence.
Yeah, I'm awful, and I so unprofessional.
Got stuck in Asgard. I don't know where it was. I think Canada, Spain.
I think I think you two did meet in Canada because you two were parked in the middle of the road, and then Matt just like ploughed into the back of you.
Yeah. Cheers for that, Sean. Cheers. Mate.
No worries.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I aimed for Matt, so that's a bonus point for me. I hit him.
Absolutely
Right,
epic
chaps, well,
stuff.
it's been a pleasure. So I'm off. So yeah, cheers, guys.
Yes, I'm off as well.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
Thanks for
Yeah.
that, Sean, tonight, mate.
Cheers, Sean.
No worries. I don't need to go to the
Cheers,
gym
Sean.
anymore with you boys. I'll get my workout just commentating.
Thanks for commentating the mayhem.
I know you kept me on my toes. Absolutely mega stuff. And we're still on the stream. Blimey. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for joining us all tonight. It's been absolutely mesmerising stuff. And yeah, I'm hoping that we'll do it again fairly soon because it's a very good way for the drivers to let their hair down. It's been mesmerising stuff. We had a lot of great battles as well, didn't we? And I'm really looking forward to see what Energy Dan could do for the remainder of the season. And can they show flashes of brilliance? But here tonight, he was really there or thereabouts, especially in France. I'm looking forward to seeing what Energy Dan can do. I'm also looking forward to the rest of the IRC season as well. Of course, we return to league action next week. On Wednesday, the Elite Boys will return as they resume battle in France, and then on Thursday night, it'll be the Super League boys also return as well. Can anyone stop? Not that bad at the moment. Here tonight in the cup run, he looked phenomenal, and again in the league racing as well. Dave doesn't think so, but I'm hoping that other drivers are a lot more positive. Anyway, thank you for tonight, guys. It's been epic, and I'm looking forward to next Wednesday and Thursday. But from here, it's goodbye.